Hello everybody, and welcome to How to Make Your Wife Happy and Healthy. In a previous episode, I showed you how to cook my son's favorite dish. In this episode, we're going to show you how to cook my daughter's favorite dish. In our family, we cook them both at the same time and serve them in the same meal. We can do so because both dishes are cooked in a similar manner. Now that you have a little hint as to what my daughter's favorite dish is, come on, let's get cooking. Today we're making a dish called baked spaghetti, or as my daughter loves to call it, cheeseghetti. Let's look at the ingredients. Now here are the ingredients for cheeseghetti. You can see we got a pound of ground beef. Gonna use 2 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce, can of tomato soup, can of cream of mushroom soup, some garlic powder and onion powder, a little bit of pepper. You need the spaghetti. The cheese, we're using a Mexican blended cheese, any will do. Originally said cheddar, and some oil. The oil is only for the casserole dish, so you're going to use that on the casserole dish to make sure it's nice and greasy so that the cheeseghetti doesn't stick to it as much. One of the first steps you want to do is to preheat the oven. So we're going to bake it at 375 degrees. So while the oven's warming up, we'll get to the cooking. Alright, you can see we've got a pot full of water for the spaghetti. So what we're going to do is turn it on to boil the spaghetti. That's the first step for cheeseghetti. Make sure the water is boiling. Once the water is nice and hot and boiling, then we're going to worry about cooking the rest of the ingredients. As you get the water ready to boil, you want to oil up your casserole dish. This time we're using a nice white Corning casserole dish. Doesn't really matter which one you use, they all work fine. Nice paper towel, napkin, something to spread around the oil. You can use other oils. Butter will work if you like that better. We are currently using olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. All around the pan. Makes it so that the cheeseghetti won't stick as much. I'm listening to the water and it sounds like our water is boiling, so it looks like we're ready for the spaghetti. Okay, I've learned through experience it's best to boil the noodles first. You're going to need them nice and ready to go into the pot as soon as you finish that. So first I take a nice handful, about 1.5 servings of spaghetti. You can see how much is there. I like to break it in half. You don't have to if you want. And then break it in half and put it in the pot. Going to brown the ground beef. Not brown it. Going to brown all the ground beef. Full pound of ground beef on the skillet. Make sure you brown it nice and good. Also, while you're cooking it, you're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1.5 tablespoons of onion powder. Garlic powder is really one of our favorite spices to add to any food. Garlic powder. They all like the garlic powder. Any dish I cook with garlic seems to be a winner. We are a big fan of garlic. So if you have a spice you like, that everybody seems to like, you can keep going with that. So we're starting to get the meat brown. You like it to be done on any side. So now I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of garlic powder. And 1.5 tablespoons of onion powder. And we do some pepper a little bit. Let's mix that up a little bit. I can start smelling the garlic and onion filling the room, aroma. Now we gotta add some pepper. Oh, if you're counting, keeping track, maybe a half teaspoon of pepper, not too much, not too little. Enough for flavor. I find that cooking with pepper always tastes better than putting pepper on your food afterwards. Okay, now the ground beef is nice and brown. You see a lot of oil left over. We need to drain that oil before we put in the cheeseghetti stuff. So you want to make sure that this oil goes away, and we're going to drain it right now. Okay, with all this oil, we're going to pour it into a jar. I should show you the jar. I'm going to pour it into a jar of grease so it doesn't get caught in the drain. I'm going to pour out all the oil as much grease as you can without losing, hopefully, much, if any, of the beef. The wonderful aroma, garlic, and onion beef. Gotta be patient and let it go. Alright, now if you look, you see there's a lot less grease in there, and that's what you want. A little, very little. This next part's why I've got the low flame going. You can see it's all mixed nice and thoroughly. See it's all the same color. That's what you want. Once you're there, you'll start to add a little bit of cheese. A little at a time. If you make it too hot, cheese is going to start to burn. You don't want the cheese to burn, so nice, low, easy to melt cheese. You're going to take about half of the bag of an 8-ounce shredded bag of cheese, whatever your flavor is. The original recipe said cheddar. Our family prefers Mexican cheese, so we go with the Mexican cheese blend. It's a mixture of Monterey Jack cheddar, queso quesadilla, and asadero cheeses. So it gets a little bit mixed in. Okay, looks good. Keep going. So I have about a whoops, a little too much at once. That's okay. We can spread it out. It'll melt evenly, nicely. Doing a half. Again, about half of the 8 ounces that originally come in the package. Gets a nice creamy texture. Not too juicy, kind of helps with that juiciness that we're going there before. The original recipe also asks you to put in some water. No thank you. Okay, originally we got this recipe from my wife. She was reading the Guidepost magazine, one of her favorite magazines. And in that magazine, it has recipes from time to time. The recipe is called baked spaghetti. She decided to try it. And the family really liked it. So ever since then, we actually had to downgrade the recipe because it was made for 4 times as much as we're going to do. So anyway, so we downgraded it, bake it every once in a while, and my daughter really loves it. Now you can probably tell now why she called it cheesecake. Look at all that cheese that's in there. See that nice smooth mixture? Almost smells like a cheeseburger actually. If you can imagine, that actually helped it taste really good. Okay, once you got it all mixed thoroughly, nice and going, you know, the spaghetti should have been done by now. You're going to start putting the spaghetti, right into the sauce, spaghetti plus sauce together. And you're going to mix it all together before it makes it into the casserole dish. All that spaghetti. You know, I learned that time it's that if you do the spaghetti first, you start spaghetti first, it comes out right about the time when you get your sauce ready. And you want to have your sauce cooking for a long time because it's going to brown the bottom of the pan, get all brown if you let it on too long, and don't stir it, don't pay attention to it. So you want to make sure that your spaghetti gets out about the same time that your sauce is ready so that you don't have to have that downtime with the spaghetti, with the sauce, waiting for that spaghetti. You want to get it nice and thoroughly mixed. Okay, once it's all thoroughly mixed, you can see it's nice and smooth. Got a lot of spaghetti, a lot of sauce. It's all a nice mixture in here. Not too much spaghetti, not too much sauce. About equal parts of each. Follow the recipe. You look pretty good. 1 ounce serving spaghetti, 4 pounds of ground, 4 pounds, 4 patties of half quarter pound ground beef. Now it's ready to be put into the casserole dish. Okay, now we have our greased casserole dish. We're going to take our cheeseghetti mixture that we made and we're going to layer it right into the casserole dish. Nice smooth layer. Hopefully you can even it out, make it look nice and one layered. Once we got our layer on there, it's still a little warm, that's quite alright. It's gonna melt the cheese we put on top. Oh, that's right. We're not done with cheese yet. There's another bit of cheese on it. So let's go to casserole without a top layer of cheese. Not on my watch. So here we go. We've got all the nice layer, nice and smooth. And now we're gonna add a nice layer of cheese to the top. That's right, another layer of cheese on top. Make sure you cover the whole thing really nice. You want to cover it all, cover the whole thing. One nice layer of cheese. Don't want the underside burning, so that's why you put a nice little layer of cheese on top so the underside doesn't burn. And the cheese will melt nicely. And once you melt the cheese, well, actually, you're going to put foil over top of it afterwards so that the whole thing will bake nicely. Because we don't want the cheese to completely burn before we're done. Because if you ever baked pizza before, you know in about 12 minutes, cheese gets really nice and done. About, depends on the pizza, depends on the kind of cheese. So this cheese takes about 12 minutes after it was cooked to get. Once it's open fire in an oven, it'll start to melt and burn. Get that nice little crusty thing that you like. So we're doing for a nice layer of cheese to cover it. I'm gonna put foil on top of that so that the cheese won't melt and burn. Then when we're ready and it's been cooked long enough, remove the foil. So that last 12 minutes of cooking, the cheese will get nice and toasty brown, just like on a good pizza. No cheesecake left uncovered. All right, it's foil time. Make sure the big enough piece of foil is going to cover the whole thing. And there are two things that happen. Alright, now that we got the foil out, there are two ways this cheesecake can go. One way, if you want to prepare it the night before, you can take your cheesecake. You can see right here. There's a nice spot on the top of our refrigerator just waiting for a casserole to be made. But if you're preparing for tonight, making it fresh, the taste is about the same either way. You can ask my kids, they'll say it is. What you can do then is you're going to put it into the oven. Let it get all nice and hot, toasty in there. You're going to set your timer for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes have passed, you're going to take off the foil, allowing that cheese to get crunchy with another 12 minutes. And there is your cheesecake. We'll see it after it comes out of the oven. Okay, 30 minutes is up. Now it's time to take off the foil. Okay, it's time to remove the foil from the Cheeseghetti casserole. And let's take a look at what it looks like. The cheese should be nice and melty, but not nice and crusty yet. So let's take a look. Let me give you a closer look at that. And there it is. Casserole's almost done. Put it back in. Okay, now we're taking the foil off. We put it back in. I'm going to set our timer for 12 minutes. Just to come back and check. It might take a little less time, might take a little more time, depending on your specific oven. So make sure you're checking it and try not to go too much so that the crust gets black. Not good. Okay, the 12 minutes are up. Gotta check on them, see if they're good or not. Okay, time to take out the Cheeseghetti. Let's see what it looks like. Here we take it out. Now the cheese has been nicely melted. So when my daughter likes it, it's a little bit brown, not too brown. See, on the edges it's much browner than the inside. You can keep it a little longer if you want more brine on your cheese. And the edges get a lot blacker. Oh, look at that tasty dish. By getting in closer, maybe you can hear the sound of the cheese bubbling. Okay, now we're going to dish them out. You can take a look and see what it looks like inside.
Tasty.
Nice cheesecake casserole. Kind of like mac and cheese with meat.
Tasty.
Now it's been dished out, it can cool off more. What do you think, Amelia?
Good.